Olivia Bolivia and the Dyna-Mighties featuring Bomhollio and Wings in the quest for the Red Dragon. Olivia Bolivia, Wings and Bomhollio left Denmark and went to Wales on a secret quest to find a Ddraig Goch, the Red Dragon. Olivia Bolivia imagined that finding the dragon would be quite easy. She pictured how a red dragon would stand out in, say, a field of sheep. They had seen a lot of woolly white sheep from the train windows as they journeyed across Wales. No red dragons, though. Just because she could, Olivia Bolivia had called her superhero team the Dyna-Mighties. This terrific trio got off the train at Dyfi Junction, which Olivia Bolivia thought sounded nice. But there was nothing there. No people, no buildings, no food, whispered Bomhollio, shocked. Indeed, there was just the broad, still, Dyfi River estuary shining like silver, a fork in the railway track, and a platform, Dyfi Junction. Just like it says on the tin, Wings thought as she scanned the landscape. It was beautiful, but windswept and quite desolate, with no sign of life apart from a lone osprey circling high, high up in the sky. Olivia Bolivia watched the osprey, squinting against the morning sun and tapping her special dragon-catching stick, her crook, against the edge of the station platform. Where shall we start? Wings asked. Behind my ear, suggested Bomhollio, because he had an itch there. Dragons are probably too big to hide behind your ear, Wings told him gently. In a box marked dragon, Bomhollio tried, furrowing his brow. I don't think it will be that easy, Wings said. The Sahara Desert, then, Bomhollio said, very pleased with himself for thinking outside the box. There's nowhere to hide in a desert, Wings said, and the Sahara Desert is quite a long way away from where we live, for where we are here in Wales. Aberystwyth, Olivia Bolivia decided, because she knew a thing or three, and she could imagine a Ddraig Goch being in Aberystwyth, and anyway, you had to start somewhere. That's where our train was going anyway, Wings said quietly to herself. Oh well. Although Bomhollio was really quite heavy, Wings somehow managed to spread her wings and carry her superhero teammates one by one to Aberystwyth. Compared to Bomhollio, Olivia Bolivia was light as a wren's feather. Eventually, the Dyna-Mighties reassembled on the seafront. Hungry, they bought some ice lollies, bubble gum, chips in newspaper, bananas, veggie burgers, licorice, and a salad with tomatoes and lots of rocket, and ate it in reverse order, except the newspaper. It was a local newspaper, and they decided to read it, looking for sightings of a Ddraig Goch. But there was only a story about a traveller who hadn't gone anywhere and a long saga about someone who was very busy but hadn't done anything much. There was also a tale about a loud noise that no one had heard. Sitting on the beach, the now quite tubby trio watched the tide washing in, wave after rippling little wave. They all began to feel quite sleepy, dulled by the newspaper stories and hypnotized by the rhythm of the sea. A harbour porpoise, like a small dolphin, swam all the way across the bay, arcing in and out of the sea. Contented, Bomhollio did just a sneaky little fart, and the other two moved away at almost super speed. Thinking his friends were just playing a game, Bomhollio caught them up, and they all settled down again on the warm sand. Sniffing the air in the spot Bomhollio had moved away from, a very big hairy dog fainted. After a while, the Dyna-Mighties were thirsty, and Wings flew away to get them some apple juice and a few peanuts, because Bomhollio was also feeling a little puckish. Peckish, Olivia Bolivia corrected him. Gesundheit, Bomhollio said. Olivia Bolivia rolled her eyes and shook her head. Where did he learn these words? And why didn't he know what any of them meant? The sun shone bright in the summer sky. People swam in the sea. Children built sandcastles. A seagull pooped on the helmet of a passing policeman. After a few minutes, Bomhollio was nice and warm again, and once again seemed to be on the point of falling asleep when he suddenly perked up. Why is our mission secret? That's a secret, Olivia Bolivia said. What does a dragon look like? Bomhollio asked excitedly. They're very big for sure, Olivia Bolivia told him, frowning as she thought about the question. The one we're looking for is red. They breathe fire and they fly. There! Bomhollio shouted, leaping to his big flat feet and pointing skywards. There, in the air, a dragon, a dragon! Olivia Bolivia looked up and sighed. Is it very big? She asked. Not so very big, Bomhollio decided, still pointing. Is it red? Olivia asked. Not so red, Bomhollio admitted. Breathing fire? Not so much fire, Bomhollio said, deciding that his pointing finger would be much better stuck up his nose. That's wings, Olivia Bolivia said patiently. Remember? Of course I do, Bomhollio said, producing a very big green bogey that looked like a crocodile. Hello, said Wings, landing beside them, her arms full of bottles of apple juice and packets of peanuts. Who are you? Puzzled Bomhollio. Olivia Bolivia imagined that they would get a better view and maybe spot Ddraig Goch from higher up. So the Dyna-Mighties walked north to the end of the promenade in Aberystwyth and took the funicular railway up to the top of Constitution Hill. Funicular, Bomhollio repeated over and over, savouring the taste of all the bits of the strange word. It was almost as good as a chocolate muffin, he thought. Almost, but not quite. What does funicular railway mean? He asked. It means we don't have to walk, Olivia Bolivia told him. I think it means a train carriage pulled up a hill by a cable, Wings said, while another carriage on the other end of the cable comes down the hill. That's exactly right, Olivia Bolivia said. Yes. Right on cue, they passed the carriage going down. Bomhollio waved to the passengers as they went by. Some of them waved back, though a little bit nervously. Bomhollio kept waving as his carriage disappeared down the hill. Then he waved some more. I think funicular is just a long word for fun, Bomhollio said, smiling a wide smile. Like cheesecake is a long word for cheese. But it's not, Olivia Bolivia said. Anyway, I wish we had some, Bomhollio said. I'm feeling puckish again. Olivia Bolivia slapped the palm of her hand against her forehead. Sometimes it was hard to be the smartest and to lead this team. You can stop waving now, Wings told Bomhollio. At the top of Constitution Hill, they got out of the carriage and gathered together to look westward out to sea, then up the coast to the north, then inland to the east and mountains graced by wind farms, and finally over Aberystwyth. And all the people in the streets going about their lives with no idea that there were superheroes on a secret mission on top of Constitution Hill. I don't have supervision, you see, Wings explained to them. In fact, I'm a bit short-sighted. I can't see much at all on the ground when I'm up in the air. It's a blur, so I wouldn't be able to spot a dragon very well. But you, Olivia? Yes, exactly, said Olivia Bolivia, quite. Luckily, there was a cafe at the top of Constitution Hill because the ride up the steep cliff had made them quite thirsty again. So they bought mugs of tea and some biscuits for Bomhollio because, as he pointed out, you can't live on the taste of words, however funicular or funny peculiar they are. They sat on a wooden bench and looked down over the town. Can you see anything? Wings asked Olivia Bolivia. A ruined castle, Olivia Bolivia said. A harbour full of boats. Any dragons? Remind me, Bomhollio said, because I forget quite a lot, quite quickly, and quite often. What are our super-duper powers? In response, Wings spread her beautiful butterfly wings wide and with the merest whisper of movement rose into the sky, floating up higher and higher. Well, Olivia Bolivia, the leader of the Dyna-Mighties, said to Bomhollio, Wings can fly. Really? Bomhollio exclaimed, spilling some of his tea. How do you know? And you, Olivia Bolivia continued, very patiently indeed, are the loudest, pongiest, most gale-forceful whiz-popper in the whole wide world. I am? Bomhollio yelled excitedly, accidentally letting off the tiniest whiz-popper by his standards. It sounded like a clap of thunder and knocked over a rabbit that had been happily eating grass quite a long way away from them. Trumpster, Olivia Bolivia said, having already pinched her nose. The gag master, the gas master, super pooper. Oh, said Bomhollio bashfully, don't go on. When we do find a Ddraig Goch, Olivia said, you will blow the dragon away, knock it flat out, and then we can... And you, interrupted Bomhollio, what's your superpower? I can have all the superpowers, Olivia Bolivia said, furrowing her brow. Super strength, super speed, super vision, even super hearing, Bomhollio whispered, awestruck. I'm sorry, Olivia Bolivia said, I didn't quite catch that. What a lot of powers, though, Bomhollio marvelled. Best of all, Olivia Bolivia said smugly, I know everything. Everything? Bomhollio asked. Absolutely everything, Olivia Bolivia confirmed. Wow, breathed Bomhollio. Then he thought that over for quite a very long time. Longer than a mouse, but not quite as long as a pineapple. So, Bomhollio said finally, you know everything. Everything. Like where a Ddraig Goch is. Ah, said Olivia Bolivia. Wings fluttered to earth between them. Where did you come from? Bomhollio asked, startled. Who? I bought ginger cake, said Wings. I knew that, said Olivia Bolivia. Olivia Bolivia decided they should continue their search for the elusive red dragon of Wales, a Ddraig Goch, in a place called Devil's Bridge. She made her decision because Devil's Bridge sounded scary, and just saying it sent a shiver down her spine and made the fine blonde hairs on the back of her neck stand on end. Devil's Bridge was on the poster in a funicular railway carriage as they travelled back down from Constitution Hill. How will we get there? Bomhollio worried. He got a bit frightened flying with Wings, and getting the wind up like that made him Wizzpop like crazy, which the others mostly didn't like so much. And he didn't like walking because that made him hungry, more hungry than usual, which was pretty blooming hungry. We can, Olivia said, we can, because you know everything, Bomhollio remembered. There's a train to Devil's Bridge, Wings said, reading the poster, the Vale of Rhyadol Railway. I knew that, Olivia Bolivia said. Of course, the train. They caught the Vale of Rhyadol steam train from a small station near the proper railway station in Aberystwyth, where they would have arrived if they hadn't got off their train at Dyfi Junction. Oh, well, Wings said. Constitution Hill was nice. Constipation? Bomhollio asked. You don't need to worry about that, Olivia Bolivia assured him. They settled into their quite hard seats in the narrow carriage of the train. When the guard blew his whistle and shouted, All aboard! The brave little black and red steam engine chugged out of the station. First it took them into the glorious green Rhyadol Valley, and they huffed and then huffed and puffed its way up the very steep hillside tracks towards Devil's Bridge. This is beautiful, Wings said. All these wonderful oak trees. Do they have fruit? Bomhollio asked, already a bit hungry after his ginger cake. Keep your eyes peeled for dragons, Olivia Bolivia said sternly, searching the landscape through the carriage window. How can I peel my eyes? Bomhollio asked. They're not apples. Oak trees have acorns, Wings told him. They are delicious when cooked properly, but don't eat them raw because they will give you a very sore tummy. Yes, Bolivia confirmed. Exactly. Bomhollio popped a tiny whiz-pop and all the acorns fell off the tree nearest to the train. Luckily, there were no other people in their carriage. Used to Bomhollio trumping, Wings and Olivia both pinched their noses tightly and waved their other hands in the air to get rid of the pom. There's a saying, Wings remembered, mighty oaks from little acorns grow. What does it mean? Bomhollio wondered. It means, Olivia Bolivia said, that your whiz-popper just planted a whole forest.